Hi, this is Kelly and Kim. Welcome to the Skinny. Yesterday at the Weight Watchers scale, I lost 0.6, which is good. I'm down 86. But what I noticed was I looked at February, for the month of February. I had gained the equal amount to what I lost at the end of February. So I've been losing pretty much the last 3 Saturdays. So I noticed that if I looked what I had gained, I exactly what I gained in February I'd lost.
But that's what you're supposed to do.
Exactly.
So yay.
Working out for me.
I was a little surprised at the scale, but not in a bad way. I lost 0.2. I thought it would be more because I had such a phenomenal week, but I lost 2.8 last week. So I had a very big loss last week.
That's a total of 3 pounds.
Yeah, so it didn't, so I was like, you know what? I had a big week. Be grateful. Keep doing what I'm doing. So I'm just going to keep going with that same good week. I did well in the month of February, so I'm super excited and super excited for March to come.
Yep. So I think
we're rolling into it.
What we're going to talk about today is the times that you're struggling. Sometimes it's when
we want to talk about some stuff a little to set it up.
That's true.
Let's do that first.
Okay.
Well, what do you think?
Yeah, but also let's just talk about why we're talking about it. When you're struggling, and sometimes it's when you're new. You're at the very beginning of your journey, and all of it's new, and you're kind of struggling, and it's new because you're not eating what you used to eat.
You're feeling your way.
You're changing that, and sometimes the struggle is greater in the middle of your journey because you were in the honeymoon phase, and now you're really struggling. So the struggle happens at different spots. And we had some struggles. Everybody does during this journey. You're going to have it.
Oh, yeah.
So, but we want to harken kind of back to the beginning of our journey by telling you some stats about where we've been.
Sure. This is the start.
Yeah. So we're both 5'2".
Yeah. No. Yes. 5'2".
And when I joined, I was 220.6. I am now 134.6, and I'm down 7 pant sizes and 5 shirt sizes. We're not giving you numbers only because not everybody's going to be in the same sizes, depending on your body type and your height, your age. It's just going to depend.
Our goal is never to go low into our weight range. We will at the very top of Weight Watchers weight range of our range for our height.
Yeah.
I started at 258.8, and I know for a fact I was at 263. So I went into this having lost, I guess, a couple pounds, sure unintentionally. I am currently 149.2. I have lost a total of 109.6 pounds, and I am down 7 pant sizes and 5 shirt sizes as well. And I'm still not done. I still have some weight to lose, so I'm not far from that goal. My goal is our weight range is 109 to 137 according to Weight Watchers. My goal is to get to 137, but I will for sure get down to the 135 because I have the 2 pound range because I want to get my 125 pound charm.
Right.
That's
but
my
it's also
goal.
The 134, 135 range for me just feels like a comfortable range in case I should have an event or something happen, and if I gain a little bit, it's not an issue. I'm still within my weight range.
And you really do well staying in that range.
I do.
Because you can lose a little more.
Yes.
And it'd be okay.
Yep.
It's just the gaining that's the problem, but you really are comfortable because you don't want to end up sizing yourself by losing too much and your pants are too big.
Right. So
so that's why she really works in a really small range.
Stay right there.
The comfortability of your clothes.
Yes. Yes. So we've talked many times about the things that we did do for our setting everything up, correct?
Yes. Yes.
And one of those things was, always weigh in no matter what. I don't care if we think we've gained.
Oh, yeah.
Always be honest with ourselves, right?
Yes.
Always
meal
track,
plan, shop, do all of those wonderful things that you're supposed to do.
Right. But there's another thing you might think about.
It's kind of a tool, but kind of a funny tool.
Avoidance is kind of a tool.
It is kind of a tool. We were talking about this and we started laughing and we're like, we did that. We did these things, and you know what? It worked for us when a time that we needed it.
So how to make avoidance work for you?
It's kind of a
when you're struggling, there's sometimes things you should avoid to help yourself. Basically.
And even on Weight Watchers, you should be able to eat wherever and do. It's not always a bright idea.
Yeah. So
as we had found in our past.
Yes. So if you're having a tough time,
maybe exercise some of this avoidance.
Yes. So a suggestion might be don't have red light foods in your house. That's probably
Not a good idea.
really smart to go, okay, you know, I think having Twinkies in the house, probably a bad move. You know, everybody has the thing that they love.
Yes.
We understand that not everybody has a situation
Yes.
where everybody in the house is on Weight Watchers.
But if your bad thing for you is Twinkies are a huge red light, get your kid the Ho-Hos. I mean, do you know what I mean? I mean, just find a way to trade out the thing that really is one thing you'd be sitting in the corner with the box.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously.
Yeah, same.
Because for me, it would have been I'm going to share with you what would have been one of those things that I could not have in the house. You know, those little mini donuts, they're in the bag, and there's a whole bunch of them. If those were in my house, I'd be somewhere sitting in the corner. I'd be grazing through those things.
Yeah.
I mean, that is one of those things will never, ever be in my house.
Yeah, you're getting something else, buddy.
But, you know, get the honey bun. I'm good.
Yeah, pick things like that,
Yeah.
or say, you know what, I'm going to have a cabinet in the house that
Yes.
has all of these things, so that every time I open pantry, basically the pantry in the house, I'm not seeing these things that are red
things.
lights for me. Move them to a pantry that you never get
So
in.
if the spouse, the kids, or, you know, if you live with the parents or the
However that
grandparents,
goes.
whoever you live with, if they just have another pantry or another cabinet that's theirs,
Yeah.
it's off limits,
You know,
to you.
Put the Fritos and the Ho-Hos and just certain things like that in that cabinet, so you don't have to look at them all the
Or
time.
better yet, if your spouse is the problem and they have certain things they love, tell them to take them to work.
Honey, can you take the Doritos to work with you and put them in your desk drawer?
Yeah. You know, or take them and put them in your car, especially with something that won't melt. Take it with you.
Sometimes you gotta be creative. But the reality is sometimes, and it's like, for me, it's only a couple things that would be really hard for
Yes.
me. And it's like the vanilla
Yes.
wafers.
But you conquered the vanilla wafer.
conquered the
But
vanilla
you know
wafer.
kind of how you did conquer it, really?
I avoided it first.
Well, you avoided it. But then when I brought him in the house, and I think in one of our videos we talked about it. This was quite a while ago.
Yep.
I bought the individual packaged ones.
Yep.
And I brought them in the house, and I said, Kelly, if they're a problem for you, they will go.
Yes.
But they're individually packaged. They're 5 points per package. Let's
Yeah.
see how it goes. And it was fine.
It was fine.
Actually, we probably still have a couple in there that need to be pitched because they've been there for
Forever.
eons.
But
So,
it
yeah.
depends just on where you're at.
Where
like
you're at.
certain foods that used to be a red light for me
Aren't
not so
anymore.
much anymore. But
The donuts still can't.
when you're struggling, sometimes you just have to reevaluate.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Another thing that we did, we avoided certain restaurants. I mean, I know on Weight Watchers you should be able to eat wherever and have, you know what?
And you can.
And you can, but guess what? There are certain places I was not going. I'm sorry. I was not going to Skyline. I was not going to McDonald's. I was not going to Frisch's. And I was not going to La Rosa's. I was not. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Certain places. I mean, even we've mentioned this, Jason's Deli.
Oh, yeah.
They became off. They were just like, we're not going there. That's off the list for now.
Yes.
Because of the gingerbread muffins.
And the thing is, we said, for now.
Yeah.
This is not a place I should be going. And funnily enough, we went to Jason's
About a
Deli
week ago?
Yeah, like last week.
No problems.
And it was fine. I didn't have a gingerbread muffin, but there are times that, you know, she'll say something to me like, hey, let's go here. And I'll look at her and go, no.
Yep.
Because right now, I'm in that losing zone.
Or-
And she wanted to go somewhere and I kiboshed
Or maybe
it.
you're struggling and you're like, I'm struggling right now. That's not a good place for me to be right now.
Yes.
You know? Like Skyline, I know exactly what I can get for whatever points.
Yes.
Now I can go in there and know I'm going to order the thing that I can count
Yes.
versus what I really want. You know, it's that. I'm okay, so I can handle it.
Take the pizza delivery that you love off speed dial. Do that. I mean, there was a pizza place. They knew our dog's name.
Yeah.
And the delivery driver would actually, when they saw our name, I'm gonna take that call because they wanted
wanna
to
see the dog.
They wanted to see our dog. That's how often we ordered
Yeah.
delivery pizza.
Uh-huh.
That stopped. That stopped.
Well, and it's a balance too.
It is.
You know, we love pizza, and then we started making our own pizza so that we felt like we didn't
Went to Blaze Pizza.
Blaze. You find a place you can do.
And now I will say, La Rosa's it's a local place, and I love their food, and I will go there, but I get something different. I don't get pizza there any longer.
No.
Their pizza is too high for me. I'm not willing to pay it.
Right.
I get the just right spaghetti, which is a small portion, and I have a side salad with it. I get that.
But right now, you know, you're not struggling.
Yes.
You know you can walk in there and you're going to stick to your
And I know
order
I'm
and
not
not
gonna-
give in to
yeah,
pizza.
I know I'm not going to order their pizza now.
Yeah.
If I was having a time where I felt uncertain of that, then I wouldn't go.
Just not go.
So sometimes avoidance is a good thing.
It is. Another thing that might be smart to avoid, and sometimes you can avoid certain events and sometimes you can't. But those are the events out there like baby showers and all these, or food festival. There's certain things out there you're like, okay, I'm really struggling. Maybe going to the Greek festival is not a good idea.
Yeah. Maybe Taste of Cincinnati is not a bright idea right now.
But, sometimes there's a baby shower. Maybe it's for your first cousin or second cousin 10 times removed or whatever.
Don't go.
Maybe not go to that one. Let's just send a gift.
If it's your sister, yeah, you're going.
You're going.
But here's a suggestion. You can take your own stuff.
You can.
Or find out whoever's hosting it. If your mom's hosting it or grandma's hosting it or your other sister's hosting it. What are you having?
And can I weigh into what we're having?
And can I maybe supply a dish? Yeah. What can I do?
And maybe not sit near the food table.
Yeah. So then you have to find some other tools to help you out because you have no choice.
Yes.
But if you can avoid the event, sometimes it's better.
Yeah, when if I were we have a Greek festival and we love it because it's baklava and gyros
and there's Greek lemonade.
With
ujo in it.
If I'm struggling, I'm not going because I know there's a certain pizza that I have there. It's the Greek pizza. This
once a year.
It's fantastic. Generally, we plan for it and we do it.
We do.
But if I'm struggling and I know I can't stick with my plan that I know is good for me, that I know I'm going to have this, but or am I going to completely go off the rails? If I'm going off the rails, maybe I should avoid it. We're skipping it for the year and go next year.
And one of the other things we did, which is really funny, we don't really watch TV much anymore. We'll watch Netflix every once in a while, binge something maybe. But so we don't do a lot of TV watching.
Yeah.
But we stopped initially. We had cable, we had regular TV when we first started this. I stopped watching cooking shows. I could not watch
baking
cooking shows. None of them. I could not do it because it made me want to go eat. But now, needless to say now, I can watch the Great British Baking Show and all is well. But if I was craving cake, I might not want to turn it on. Might not be a good idea.
Because that's just...
Yes.
That's kind of setting yourself up for failure.
It is. So you got to kind of figure out where you're at and what's not the best idea.
Yeah.
Make your list of things you should be doing, like tracking, meetings, all of the things that are good you should be doing. Yeah. And maybe make a list of the things you should be avoiding right now.
Yeah.
Because that list is really helpful.
It is.
It really is. As funny as it seems.
Everybody's going to have that struggle. We've done this for 4 years, over 4 years. We've had our periods of time in those years that were really a struggle. And there were times it was not. It was fine.
And another way that we avoid certain things at family events, because you really couldn't just keep saying no to things.
No.
We just, if it's at someone's house, we take our own food. And if no one likes it, that's just tough.
I'm sorry, but...
I'm bringing my food. And it's not been a problem. Like our family just chuckles and says, okay.
All right. They're just going to bring their food with them. All right. They expect it now.
Yeah.
Or sometimes they'll just text us and say, I'm having this. Can you have this? Is it okay?
Yes.
And sometimes we're like, yeah, that's going to work.
And maybe we'll bring a dish and supplement.
Yeah.
So yeah, it works out. Another thing that kind of goes hand in hand with the things you should be doing, the things you might want to be avoiding, is really keeping the motivation up, because the motivation allows you to work both those lists. It allows you to really avoid things and really do avoid the things you should be avoiding and doing the things you should be doing.
It helps with the struggle. It really does.
It does.
And it's like, and I think along with that motivation is you got to find your thing.
Yeah.
What is your thing? My thing, not just the weight loss, the number on the scale.
Yeah. Other things.
Right. I wanted to cut my hair short. That I've always wanted to have a pixie. I've always wanted short hair as long as I can ever remember. I never wanted long hair. So I created a Pinterest board with all these haircuts. And of course, all of them kept getting shorter and shorter and shorter. But that was always my goal. And I would just, if I was struggling or just, wanted to have something to motivate me a little, I'd go on Pinterest on my phone. Add some new pictures. New pixies.
Mine was a couple of things, actually. I wanted to be able to cross my legs comfortably, and now I can. I'm sitting here now with my legs crossed. I sit at work with my legs crossed. For me, that's comfortable, and it was uncomfortable for a long time. And another one is I always wanted to be able to wear high heels. I mean, we're not talking 4-inch heels. We're talking 2 and 3-inch heels I couldn't do because it was uncomfortable to stand, put all that weight on those type of heels. That was uncomfortable for me. So now, these are my favorite shoes currently. Yep. I mean, look at that heel. Comfortable.
Yeah.
I have no problem.
Yeah.
Love it.
And heels were another thing for me, and boots. I mean, when you know, losing the calves, that helps with boots. I mean, get a Pinterest board with boots. You know, reward yourself.
Find
with
your thing.
I'm going to be rewarding. You say to yourself, I'm going to get to goal, and I'm going to reward myself with a pair of boots. But until then,
or with a
you
short
can shop.
haircut. Yeah. Whatever your thing is. If your thing is, you know, I want to be able to ice skate.
Yeah.
You know, because, well, ice skating's tough. That would not be my thing. But just say your thing is you want to be able to ice skate, but you just never felt comfortable, like your knees were strong enough to hold up the weight. Was that something that was uncomfortable for you? Maybe start, you know, watching some ice skating videos. Maybe look into buying a pair of skates.
Yeah.
If you want a horseback ride, but you always felt uncomfortable, like
That's
I
us.
felt like I was making the poor horse carry my weight. You know, maybe start checking in your area to find out who offers horseback riding.
Right.
You know, find something that you really want to do.
Right.
Your thing.
Yeah, what motivates you outside just the numbers on the scale? Because that can't be the only thing that drives you.
Nope.
But if it is a part of it, which it is, you know, think about this. You know, when I lost 25 pounds, it was just like, you know, you go to the pet store, a 25-pound bag of dog food is heavy. Lift it and think, I lost this bag of dog food.
I said to her the other day, I walked in the kitchen, we were talking about it, and the Premier Shakes, I buy them in the 18 pack from Costco. This thing is 12 pounds.
Yeah.
I've lost almost 110 pounds. This thing that was so heavy, they're in the fridge now, was 12 pounds.
Yeah.
I can't imagine carrying. Yeah.
I
mean, the thought of that.
Yeah. So if you're struggling
that.
and you're down, was it 13?
Yeah.
13 pounds?
That's almost 30, yeah.
And
It's
when
like
you're
12
struggling,
over
just
12 pounds.
go into the kitchen and lift up your Premier Protein shakes and think,
Wow.
You
know,
maybe.
if you've lost 25, you know, imagine 2 of those.
Yeah.
If you've got 2 in your kitchen, because sometimes you buy more than one, pick those up and think, oh my gosh, I carried this around.
I carried pretty much my nephew. He is like 90
did.
pounds, and
Yeah.
I'm down to 86, close to 90. It's
Yeah.
like strapping him on my back.
You carried Lucas.
You know, those little things. I mean, and that's not actually a little thing. That's
It's
a big thing. I mean, think about that.
It is.
It's pretty awesome to be able to look in the mirror and say to yourself, I've lost 86 pounds, or I've lost 50 pounds. I've lost 10 pounds. Give yourself a pat on the back. It's not easy. None of this. It's not like you snap your fingers and it's gone. It's hard.
What's really funny is when I bought my last car, because I'm one of those people, I drive my car into the ground.
Yeah.
That's me. I have a Kia Soul, one of those little, we call them the hamster cars. And I bought one the first year it came out, and I still have it. But you know what I really wanted? Yeah. I really wanted a Volkswagen Bug. Yeah. But I went and test drove one, and it was really uncomfortable to get in. It was so small. I didn't really fit comfortably. Now I would totally consider a Bug and a Fiat.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I would be comfortable in that vehicle. I was not. I crammed myself in that Bug, and I thought, there's no way I could have this car.
Yeah, it's all those times when you think those things, when you get into a roller coaster or in a movie theater seat, all of those times that you feel that change in your life is when you need to remind yourself
every day.
You did this. That you are taking care of you, and you're changing your life. You need to remind yourself of that.
And that is motivating.
That is motivating.
And if it takes vision boards or Pinterest boards or
just a little
Instagram
talk to yourself,
boards,
just a little
talk
talk
to
yourself.
Yeah, little self-talk, whatever it takes. Find your thing. If you've sometimes that's been a huge thing for you. And for me both.
Yep.
Find your thing. Make some lists. I'm all about the list.
Or Pinterest board.
Make some lists.
I'm visual girl.
Things you should be doing. Things you should be avoiding right now. And what your thing is.
Make it happen. Or as Tim Gunn would say, make it work.
Make it work. I like that one. Make it work.
Make it work. Yeah. Make it work for you.
Now, next week, we are going to share, some people have really asked about, what we eat in a day. And we're going to share because we're such in different places, we're going to share like a work week, like
day.
Each her and what I would do. And then a weekend day. One for each of us, where she's at maintenance, where I'm at losing.
Yeah.
And so hopefully that will be
kind of get an idea of what we're each eating.
Yes.
All right. So we will see you next week.
Later.
Bye.